Well, it's the Monday edition of the broadcast on WATD, and every Monday morning, right after the news at 8, we check in with Jeff and Ilene Hills from Healthy Appetites in Plymouth. Jeff and Ilene, welcome.
Welcome. Hello.
How are you guys?
Good
Good morning. Always great to see you, and of course, here we are in the midst of January, and although we've already reached that point where the shortest day has come and gone, the days are still short, and for a lot of people, we've heard about this. It seems like more and more over the last several years. It used to be people would feel kind of gloomy, a little down in the dumps, and they would say, "Oh, it's just your attitude. Maybe just try to be a little happier." But now we know there is some science behind this, and it's been called the seasonal
affective disorder.
Or SAD.
Or SAD,
yeah,
for short. And a lot of people do feel down, and we're getting a lot of people in the store that are a little grumpy and sad. So they're all looking for things to help their mood, and that's where our expert Jeff comes in.
Ah, Jeff, science guy. Jeff Hills, Jeff and Ilene Hills from Healthy Appetites in Plymouth, and so we're going to talk about some things. Are there things that you can do to perhaps mitigate this?
There's lots of things you can do. Seasonal affective disorder is usually brought on by the days getting shorter, but maybe the reason we're seeing people in the store right now is that another trigger for people to get sad is long periods of rain or long periods of really cold weather. And that's what we've just been going through, and we've been seeing like a flood of people coming in suddenly, looking for things for mild depression, anxiety. Other symptoms of SAD are lack of energy, lack of focus. Overeating is a big thing.
Boy.
Yeah, it's just so cold out, right? Let's go out to eat more. And why not? Because you're just looking for things. You can't do some of your usual routine. And when you start to go out of that, maybe you're not exercising much because maybe you love to go outside more, and you just haven't made that switch over to the inside. That can lead to depression.
Well, it's funny that you said those two things.
What's
people
that?
aren't exercising, and people don't go outside as much. One of the most effective things for seasonal affective disorder is to get outside, especially early in the morning. So sunlight is a huge thing for getting over seasonal affective disorder. But you've got to get out between dawn and 8 a.m.
Really?
So you want to get, so you've just missed it. Well, run outside right now.
Rob, what are we going to do?
Is it dark out when you guys get here?
Yes, it's dark almost all the time.
For life.
Yeah, I mean, you and I, we can't leave between those hours. But
Why don't we take shifts? Let's figure something out. Just run out for a few minutes.
Just run out. I don't know how much exposure you need, but we'll find out maybe.
Well, the sunlight seems to have some impact on your body's melatonin.
Yeah.
Now, oddly enough, taking melatonin as a supplement doesn't seem to help seasonal affective disorder.
Oh, boy.
Although that's often a recommendation by the medical community, it doesn't seem to really work.
Oh, okay.
It really seems to be linked to serotonin. So we've talked about serotonin. We talked about, I think, about 3 months ago. We did a whole show on serotonin boosters.
Serotonin levels. Yeah.
And vitamin D, which we were just talking about off mic, is a fantastic thing for serotonin production. Actually, it's crucial to serotonin production. Vitamin B6 is very important for serotonin production, and so is vitamin C. Now, you can do a good multivitamin, and that'll go a long way to getting you to the levels you need to be at. But get a good one. Don't get one of the low dose ones.
Yeah.
The really effective things are going to be L-tryptophan or something called 5-HTP, and that might be the most effective thing of all for affective disorder. But if you take the tryptophan or the 5-HTP, you're going to be that much less likely to, keep doing that behavior. So that's, I think that's all around one of the better things to do. But like you had mentioned, exercise. Exercise is also very effective for seasonal affective disorder. Yeah. The only thing is, people with seasonal affective disorder don't really want to get out and exercise. So.
No, well, yeah, it can be kind of a cycle, and you got to get out of that cycle and break that circle. So, these are some of the things that we need to do. Now, we talked about the vitamins to look for: vitamin D and
B6.
B6. Now, what are these other things? Are those pills or something that you just take when you eat, or what about those other things if we're looking for that? Because those I'm not as familiar with.
Well, the one that seems to be really the most direct precursor to serotonin and the most help would be 5-HTP. And in the studies, people did typically 200 milligrams. So usually we sell it, for instance, in our store in 50 milligrams and 100 milligrams. So you can do as little as 50. If you're hesitant to do it, it can make you sleepy. But it's really, really, really effective. If you're one of those people who doesn't have seasonal affective disorder and you just crave carbohydrates, 5-HTP is a great way to go.
Okay.
I take L-tryptophan in pills, though. And
Really?
when we get home, yeah, it relaxes you. So I go home, I take a few tryptophans, and I feel good. It's
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't crave carbs at all.
Wow, okay, so it seems to work for you, and if someone is going through this, you say that it probably is definitely worth trying it and seeing how you feel, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, how many times have we talked about vitamin D on the show? At the very least, do that.
Yeah.
I think people should get around 2,000 IUs a day.
Mm-hmm.
I personally take 5,000,
Mm-hmm.
but I think that's a vital thing. Vitamin C, this time of year especially, get some of that. B6, you can probably get enough in a good B formula or in a good multivitamin.
All right, good stuff. Head on down to Healthy Appetites. They are located Route 3 and Exit 5 in Plymouth, and online, healthyappetites.com. Eileen, tell us more.
On Wednesday night, on All Things Food, from 6:15 to 7, we're going to be taking all your health calls. And $20 gift certificate to every call. And we're also running something on our Facebook. Everyone's writing Jeff a question, and he's going to answer one, and they're going to also get a $20 gift certificate.
Ooh.
Yes.
Well, that's
Exciting.
That'll go towards some good vitamins.
Yes,
good
it
things
will.
to
That's right.
the
Vitamin
appetites.
D.
All right, check them out on All Things Food to hear more from Jeff and Eileen. That's Wednesday night, right after the news at 6. Jeff and Ilene Hills, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.